Hey beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia L. Watson. I make faith-based videos here on YouTube. Today is day 23 of 30 of my 30 days of consistency challenge that I created for myself to post here consistently on this channel for 30 days with no scripts, no notes, straight off the dome, or with the help of the Holy Spirit, or both. Just posting the most bare bones, basic, easy video that I can post to get out of my way over my perfectionism and into the obedience that I love to have to God. And it's been great. I'm on day 23, as I said before. I feel so much more confident in myself, which was one of my goals for this challenge, and my ability to just show up and do what I said I'm going to do. I am headed to a Friendsgiving gathering, and I'm really excited for that, but I did want to get this video out to you before I did that. So this one will be a quick one, and yeah, I made a playlist of all the videos in this challenge. If you want to go back and look at the videos from previous days, they're short, they're sweet, they're full of meat, I guess. And then if you want to watch the rest of my videos for this challenge and beyond, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So today I want to get into Joshua 1, which was actually from my study this morning. And I'm going to read it and give a few thoughts and then be out of here because I don't want to be late. Because it's a potluck, and you don't want to be that person who is late to a potluck when you got food that you're supposed to be bringing. So let me get on out of here. So Joshua 1:1, the Lord commands Joshua. I'm reading in today's New International Version. Got my Bible again, and it says, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' aide, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now then, you and all these people get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land I am about to give them, to the Israelites. I will give you every place where you set your foot, as I promised Moses. Your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, and your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, and from the great river to the Euphrates, all the Hittite country, to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave to you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Keep this book of law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. So Joshua ordered the officers of the people, go through the camp and tell the people, get your provisions ready. 3 days from now, you will cross the Jordan here to go in and take possession of the land the Lord your God is giving you for your own. But the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, to those Joshua said, remember the command that Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you after he said, the Lord your God will give you rest by giving you this land. Your wives, your children, and your livestock may stay in the land that Moses gave you to the east of the Jordan. But all your fighting men, ready for battle, must cross over ahead of the other Israelites. You are to help them until the Lord gives them rest, as he has done for you, and until they too have taken possession of the land that the Lord your God is giving them. After that, you may go back and occupy your own land, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you east of the Jordan toward the sunrise. Then they answered Joshua, whatever you have commanded us, we will do, and wherever you send us, we will go. Just as we fully obeyed Moses, so we will obey you. Only may the Lord your God be with you, as he was with Moses. Whoever rebels against your word and does not obey it, whatever you may command them, is to be put to death. Only be strong and courageous. That's Joshua, the whole first chapter. I got so much out of that this morning. First of all, He was told to be strong and courageous 4 times, 3 times by the Lord and 1 time by the people. The Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half of the tribe, or the half tribe of Manasseh. They also told him only be strong and courageous. When does someone need to be strong and courageous? When there's something to be weak and fearful about. And when you think about what the Lord was promising them in the promised land, there were people in this land. It wasn't like just going to these woods and cut down these trees and this land is yours. Like, they actually had to fight to take the land. But the beauty of it is that there's territory that God has given us too that is going to come with some opposition, right? Like, the enemy does not want us to be successful, but we need to be strong and courageous and understand that as we go in, as we move forward in faith, remembering the things of old, that we don't forget who God is and who God has been to us. He's going to give us the things that he's commanding, or he's promised to give us. Like, he's not a man that breaks his promises. He's not a man that he should lie. Like, if he promised you something, it's going to come true, right? And so with these Israelites, as they're crossing the Jordan over into the promised land that they've been given, he's encouraging Joshua, like, I'm going to rise you up. I'm going to exalt you, one, so that you can lead these people. You've been in this position of basically mentorship and observation. Now it's time to put the skill set that you have, because you've been an aid to Moses, into practice. 2, be strong and courageous. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to give you the land. I'm going to empower you to take this land that I've promised you. And 3, what was the third? Oh, 3. The third reason that I really like this scripture is that these 3 different tribes that had already been given rest, like Moses had already given them their land and their rest and their ease and the promise, they were to come out and to fight with the other tribes so that they would get access to their inheritance. Like, they didn't get to rest on their laurels. They didn't get to not be a part of the continual movement of the whole community. And I think that's so very encouraging for us, especially in these days and times when things are going to not be as available for other people, but you have rest, you have peace, you have abundance, you have what you need for yourself, and you have a temptation to be individualistic. Whereas instead of taking your rest, you can go and fight for the rights and justices of others, fight for the needs of others. You can provide yourself and your assistance to help someone else, like your skills, your gifts, your talents, the things that you have in your possession that give you rest. You can share it with other people, with your community. And I just think it's really cool. Like, as I read on, I think I read to like 6. And there were 40,000 fighting men that crossed over into the Jordan, and the Jordan was parted like the Red Sea in the story as well. But not with the staff, but with the Ark of the Covenant. But it was another miraculous event where God really showed all the surrounding people who he was by letting them cross over the Jordan on dry ground. Those people, those 2.5 tribes, went before the rest of the Israelites, and there were 40,000 of them, and they went to fight. They were ready for war, it said. And so when you think about someone being ready for war, it's not a guarantee that you're coming back. You're not guaranteed your safety. You're not guaranteed your success. You're just guaranteed that you're going to fight, and we just hope for the best. And sometimes we get really, really comfortable in what we have and what we've been able to attain for ourselves, or what the Lord has blessed us with, that we're not willing to go and lay it all on the line for someone else. And it doesn't have to be in like literal fighting, life on the line type of environments, but there's some things that we're very comfortable with that we don't want to share, that we don't want to give up, that we don't want to help other people with. And I don't think that is quite it doesn't demonstrate the fruits of the Spirit. It isn't loving. It isn't loving to our neighbors or to our community. So I was encouraged by that. And I was also encouraged by God calling Joshua out into this leadership position and encouraging him to be strong and courageous, to not to be fearful and not to be discouraged. And that those people also mirrored that encouragement from God to be strong and courageous. And he told them so many times, because he meant that, like, be strong and be courageous. So I hope that, we know the Bible isn't always talking to us, right? But God is consistent. And when we're reading, we learn about the attributes of God and the personhood of God, like how he is. And if he's consistent in this and in fulfilling his promises, and he wants us to be strong and courageous and going to get what he's given us, I think that's something that we can take with us and hold close to us, that we also should be strong and courageous and depend on the promises that he's given us, to trust in the territory that he's promised us becoming ours, because not only in our strength and our courage will we take it, but he's going before us. He's taking it for us. He's going to give it to us. He's going to have our opponents, whether physical opponents here on earth or in the spiritual realm, shaking in their boots, because not because of us, but because of him and who he is and how miraculous and marvelous and powerful and fearful he is. And he's on our side. Like, there were so many people that were afraid of the tribes of Israel because God was on their side. It wasn't the Israelites. It's because their Lord was going before them, and God goes before us. And so, yeah, just like Joshua got his instructions and his marching orders, tap in, get your instructions, your marching orders. I'm about to go give me some Thanksgiving type food and some fellowship. And I thank you for being here with me. That's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on notification bells, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay? Bye.